I don't think we have the music, Dan.
Sorry?
I don't think we have the music to that.
I think it's on the hard drive. I'll just check. Tobin's. I got my son's cold. I've been suffering for a couple days.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's not. No, I'll have to put it on the hard drive. Okay, that's no problem. Anyway, I'm getting better today, but it's moved to my ear. I have a bit of a ear infection.
Oh, I hope you're taking care of it.
Yeah, I put some drops in it. It's much better now.
That hurts.
Yeah, it sucks. And I don't really know. Well, I mean, he was home from school on what was it there on Monday, so he's better now. Okay, Tobin's favorite. Now I'm gonna make sure that it's a good version. This one looks good. I'm just gonna play it. It's a great tune. No. It's good, but it's a little too fancy. And we don't like fancy around here. No way. No. It's, yeah, too fancy. Try this one. That's the one. And it's a good one. Perfect. So I will just send that to you guys and put it on the hard drive as well.
Dan, I don't know whether you still intend to just do the recording so that
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
are
yeah.
just, yeah.
It's recording. Okay, so we're gonna put that in here. Music without fingering. Oh, I think it's because it's Lena's. Okay, I'll just send it to you. Okay, so I've sent that off. And in the meantime, let's warm up our G major and do our nice George Brabazons. They're so nice. And then we'll get into the Tobins.
Which Brabazon? Is it the second or the first air?
We'll start with the which one is which now. I'm just gonna see which one is which. I think it's the second one that's the more recognizable one. George. Yeah. Yeah, the second one is the more recognizable one. So we'll start with that one. Second air. Anyway, in the meantime, let's do our G major. Okay, the nicest G major scale anyone has ever played in the history of G major scales. A 1, 2, 3, go. pretty good. I've only done one so far today, so you know it's always iffy. Let's do it again right away. Same thing, except better. 1, 2, 3, go. Whew! How's everybody's G major feeling? Nice and cheery? Very good. Okay, second air, George Brabazon. Yeah. Geez, after the class last week, I went down to this jam session that I got invited to, and by young people. And it was what they call a fusion jam. So there was a bass player and a drummer, and there's this band called the Aerialists. They're from BC, and they play. It's kind of fiddle music, but it's fusiony. It's got bass and drums and some samples and electric guitar. It's kind of neat. But they have a harpist who's from Scotland, from the Hebrides, Mary Campbell and Maori Campbell. And she's just a beautiful player. I've known her for a long time, but she's moving here, and she played a Strasberg reel set on her own. It was just killer, absolutely killer. Anyway, and I asked her to play on the Scottish record, and she said yes. So that's exciting. I'm going to come up with a couple of sets to do with harp accompaniment, or at least harp duet. It'd be totally cool. And the fusion jam was awesome. I just had a blast. My God. I'd do it again. If they ever had it going again, I would go in a second. It was so much fun. Young people dancing. My God. When I'm playing the fiddle, it's usually old people dancing. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. was playing that and I was thinking about how many opportunities for nice double stops there are in this tune. Especially, for instance, the very opening couple of bars there. You got a D and a G, and they're just screaming for octaves. See that? So that I'm playing the A3 with the open D, and then the D3 with the open G. And it's really nice. It really beefs up the sound of those opening bars. Yeah. And then in the third bar with the E to the A, that's kind of like I play the E, and then I keep playing the E while I play the A. It's really nice. Now in the what do you call it there? The 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth bar, we come down the scale to a B on the A string, and then the next note in the melody is a G, and I just leave the B down and play the G with it. It's a really nice double stop in the key of G, B and G together. Okay, and then at the very end of the part, again, there's a nice octave there, which is really nice. And then in the second part, oh, how are your high B's, everybody? We forgot to practice high B in the scale and the arpeggio. Did it go okay? Not bad? Not too painful? So there's not much to do up there except get it in tune. But then I will do again the same thing. When I play the A, I leave my bow on the E. So that would be, you know, the fourth line, second bar. So when I play that A, I play the E with it. Same thing in the next bar. And then at the end, the B to the G, I play them together. So I play the B, and then go over to the G and play it with the B to finish things off. So it's just a couple of easy ideas to have a crack at. And the nice thing is, with the octaves, you have two cracks at it. So if you don't get it with the first try, you might get it with the second try. Same with the E to the, or A to the E there. So let's give it another try. You can maybe try some of those ideas, maybe not, whatever. Totally up to yourself.
Dan, can you just play a B?
The high B? Yeah, no problem. Okay. In my mind, that sounds flat, but I know that means it's in tune. I have to take that false signal, because especially I was working with somebody who was playing a Shogun Farewell, and it goes up to the high D at the end of the third position. And same thing with that. When I think it's in tune, it's actually sharp. So I have to hear it as being a little bit flat, and then I know it's in tune. You know, it's like giving my friend Brian a false time for a gig, a half hour before the gig is actually on. That way he'll show up on time. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, did anybody do any double stops or anything interesting like that? A bit? Not really.
Try. I tried.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. Again, I was in that habit of pressing too hard, thinking I
Right.
need to press hard to get it. And then I quickly, nope, don't do that, Heather. Soften up. So
Okay,
I
and then
nailed
it
a
worked
couple of
out.
them, but
Yeah, that's
pardon?
great. But it is a good opportunity to practice a few because of the repeated attempts.
Totally. Yeah, it's a good one.
Good, good, good. Okay, now let's go to this new tune. I emailed it to you guys earlier. Oh my God. Getting too old to get colds. The girl seemed to skirt the whole thing. She started to have a sore throat, but then it went away. Lucky her. Okay. Now, let me play this tune for you. It's not a hard tune, but there's a couple things about it. So we're in the key of D, which is pretty easy key. We're very used to that key. And it starts out, well, let me just play it. You can hear it. It's very intuitive, which is a great thing. I'll do it again. Easy as cake, piece of pie. So you can see that it starts out with a great big D major arpeggio. See that? And then you do a little jog to the C, and then another D. So it's like a fancy arpeggio. Just like that, okay? And then we switch to an A chord. E, C, A, C, D, E, okay? And now that phrase, if you kind of take a look at the music, you can see that in the A part we do that phrase twice. In the B part we do it again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we end up playing that phrase in the whole tune by the time you repeat the parts. So it's a pretty important phrase. Now the other most repeated phrase is the ending. 2-bar ending. Actually, all 3 bars of the ending is the same. So E, C, A, C, D, E, and then this ending. So you don't really have a huge amount of music to learn, really. Couple of phrases, and that's the whole of Irish music right there. So let's get these first 2 bars. We got this big arpeggio. And then we got this A arpeggio. And a little scale up from C. So let's see if we can get those 2 bars. We'll do them about, 5 or 6 times. And we'll go slow. Ready, go. Let's do it again. Same thing. Ready to go. Let's do it again. Same thing. Ready, go. Last time to be sure. Ready, go. Okay, and that's the first and most repeated phrase out of the whole tune. Everybody clear on that? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think you did it right. Just by the looks. It's all I have to go by. Do you want to give it a try, Heather? Why don't you try playing it and I'll make sure you have it. And then other people will know they have it too.
Okay, thanks, Dan. So,
Yeah. Perfect. You got it. Very good. Now, the next phrase. So we got this long F, and this is a note that you can do an ornament on if you want to. You can play, first of all, you can just play a long F. Very simple, just a nice long F. Let's give that a try. Okay, so we got a long F, then a G, F, G, and then we kind of arpeggiate down E, C, E, scale down. It's a kind of a combo there. So let's try those 2 bars. Okay, second 2 bars, long F. Ready, go. Let's do it again, same thing. Ready, to, go. One more time to be sure. Ready, go. Okay, so now we have the first phrase and the second phrase, and the third phrase is exactly the same as the first one. So by rights, we should be able to get through to almost the end. So we'll give it a try. Start at the top. Okay. D major arpeggio. 1, 2, go. Long F. D again. And then we got an ending that we will learn. Okay? Everybody got those 3 phrases okay? We'll do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Same thing. From the top, D arpeggio. A 1, 2, go. That looked really good. Now this ending. We got a little jog. 1, 2, 3. On the E string there. Back to the 1. And then we got G, E, C. And then we got to go back to the E. D, C, D. There's a little switching around in there. Between the two strings. Okay, let's try those last two bars. Okay, 1, 2, go. Yeah, let's do it again. Same thing. Ready, to, go. Let's do it again, because like I said, we got to play this a total of like 4 times through the whole tune. Ready, to, go. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so that's the A part. Got the whole thing now. And like I said, the B part is mostly the A part. We only have 2 bars of music that's different. And they're just little scales. Okay, so take a quick breather and we're going to do the whole A part. Okay, here we go. From the top, helmets on. 1, 2, go. Do it again. One more time. Okay, how are we feeling about Tobin's? We got the first part pretty well? That's great, very good. Now, second part, like I said, there's only a couple of things we have to learn there. And in the first part, we got this little scale up and down with 2 A's. Very simple. And then we do E, F, G twice. See that? Very, very simple. Let's give that a try. From the F, we go up the scale. Ready, to, go. Let's do it again, just to be sure. Ready, to, go. One more. Can't ever do things less than 3. Ready, to, go. Okay, and then like I said, the rest is exactly the same as the A part. So let's just see if we can get right through it. So we'll start at the top of the B part and see if we can get right through it. After that phrase we just played is the long F. Here we go. F, G, A. Ready to go. Long F. Let's do that again. F, G, A. Now, how's that doing, everybody? It's pretty straightforward, eh? Easy. Easy as pie. Okay, so we're going to try the whole thing right from the top. See if we can get through the whole damn Tobins. My dad was, well, me too, in North Sydney in Cape Breton, full of Tobins. So many Tobins, my God. And apparently they come from Wexford. But my dad used to talk about Irish confetti. So when he used to walk to his fiddle lessons in, like, say, 1943, he'd be walking down the street in North Sydney and get pelted by Irish confetti, which was Irish kids, Tobins and Fahys and Paynes throwing rocks at him because it was very effeminate to play the fiddle in those days. And Dad said that stopped when he learned how to travel with his own rocks. And he got to be a pretty good shot. Anyway, you gotta fight for your art sometimes, right? Irish confetti, I love that. Okay, let's do it from the top. Okay. Same speed, no reason to be fast. Ready, set, go. Repeat. Let's do it from again from the top. The end.
Dan, a question about those 16th notes.
Yeah.
Do you treat that as a slur, or do you, you do?
You can. You don't have to. Here's the sound. You do it by the sound. It really doesn't make any difference to the bowing of the tune, whether you slur them or you don't slur them. But here's the sound. You make your own decision. So, so that was single bowed, one bow per note, no slurring. Okay? And it has a neat little joggy sound that you get out of the rosin there. And here it is with the slur. Smoother. It's so, it really depends. People will do it either way. Either way, you're still kind of bowing it the same way. It doesn't really matter. There's down, up, and then down, up, down, and then down, 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 down. So you're still going to be up for the next one. So you're good either way. But what do you prefer? What do you guys prefer? I'd love to get a consensus.
I like it slurred, actually.
Yeah, now that would be the Irish way.
I was
And
gonna
although
say
they do a lot of those little jiggities as well, but they would be more likely to slur it. How about you, Astrid?
I would slur it for some reason or other. And I'll tell you why. I think it's more because I want to end on an even bow going up on that D, on that final note. I think that's my thinking.
That's a great reason to do that. How about you, Elaine? What's your prefer?
Yeah, I'm slurring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Tell me
Tell us something later about
your big
pin rates. Work it out.
What's that?
Your big
Your
chin.
big chin.
Oh,
Is it working
Is it
out?
working out?
yeah, it is.
It's better?
It's- Yeah, it's better.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay, well
let's try a little quicker.
just a
Just
bit.
a bit.
So let's say it's positively a trot. Here we go. We're ready to go. Now, how did that go with the faster? It looked like it was just fine, but yeah? Okay. It's a great tune. With that F, the long F, there's a couple things you can do. If you can manage a roll, that's wonderful. That's really great. Excuse me. You can also do it just a double stop. And if you did do a double stop, it would be just with an open A. You could do this here. It sounds like this. Very nice. Or like I said, a roll. In the second part, there's a prime spot where you would do a grace note, which is between the two A's in the very first bar. See that? Nice little fluttery there between the two A's. It's just lovely. And I would kind of do it on the second A. See that? That's where I would do that there. Okay? So you can play around with those things. And other than that, just kind of try to keep it smooth so that we can go faster. And I will upload it to the hard drive. And that was very good work this week there, guys. We will see you next week. I'm going to be, let's make sure about next week, but I think I'm around. Yeah, I'm good for next week. So It's going to be not until the 23rd. We don't have class, and we don't have class on the 30th because on the 23rd, me and the boys have a gig at the Enoch Turner Schoolhouse. It should be a really cool thing. It's some kind of craft beer thing. And then on the 30th, we get home from Ireland. So, but next week is fine. So we'll see you guys next week. Okay. See ya.